didn't shout, you didn't fight, you just let the colors dim tonight. Every word became routine, every touch lost its meaning. I watched your hands pull away, your eyes told me you couldn't stay. I tried to catch what slipped through, but you weren't trying to hold. I needed fire, I needed flame, not someone who leaves love in pain. You let love fade quietly, like a song that's losing sound. I reached for you desperately, but you left me holding what was gone. I replay every memory, looking for signs I couldn't see. But some hearts just drift away, and there's no one left to say. I will rise from the quiet end, learn to love and not pretend. You let love fade quietly, but I'll find a brighter light. I'll heal from what I couldn't keep and sleep without your I was saying the words I felt, pouring out the love I dealt. But in the middle of my truth, you walked away without proof. I thought our hearts were intertwined, but you left the rest behind. Half of me was still in you while you moved on, silent and true. I can't unhear the way you left, the unfinished story of my death. You left me mid-feeling when I needed your hand. You left me mid-feeling, not knowing I'd stand alone in the echoes of love, unfinished, unreal. You left me mid-feeling. I replay the moments I confessed, the warmth, the ache, the unrest. Even in the fragments of what's gone, I'll find my strength to carry on. Love isn't always fair, but I'll mend from despair. You left me mid-feeling when I needed your hand. came into my life like summer rain, soft and warm but never meant to stay. You said my name like it mattered then, but you never said you'd hold my hand. I counted days and half hellos, you counted exits I didn't know. I made room for who you might become. You already knew you'd run. I kept believing time would change your mind, but love can't grow if one heart's behind. You didn't stay long enough to see me fall apart, to see how deep I loved you with my whole heart. You left before the truth could hurt, before I was brave or tough. You didn't stay long enough. Now I replay the things you said, how every promise felt half meant. I was building something real, you were just passing through the field. If you'd stayed one more night, you would have seen my fight. But maybe it's better you never knew how much of me was you. You didn't stay long enough, but you stay long enough to scar. I'm learning love isn't measured by how close we are. You didn't stay long enough, but I stayed too much. I stayed strong while you were here, wiped my face, hid every tear. I didn't want to make you stay out of pity or shame. I waited till the door was closed, till I was finally alone. That's when my hands began to shake. That's when my heart finally broke. I held it together for you, but fell apart in truth. My tears fell after you, when there was no one left to see. I gave you my best smile, save the pain for me. I didn't cry when you walked away. I cried when I knew it was true. My tears fell after you. Now every room remembers us, but never how it felt to trust. I wish I'd let myself be real, instead of trying not to feel. If love requires pretending strength, then I don't want it anymore. I deserve someone who stays when I fall apart on the floor. My tears fell after you, but now they're washing me clean. Lost who was with you, but found who I need to be. Don't get my silence now, or my pain on cue. My tears fell after you, but I rose too. You thought my quiet meant I didn't care, but I was drowning under words unfair. I learned to speak without a sound when every truth felt shut down. I swallowed tears you never saw, built walls you never knocked on. You mistook my calm for peace, but I was breaking silently. Just because I didn't scream doesn't mean I didn't bleed. My silence wasn't empty, it was heavy with truth. I carried every feeling I couldn't give to you. I stayed quiet to survive, not because I didn't try. My silence wasn't empty. You talked like love was simple, like pain just fades with time. But you never asked me once if I was really fine. Some people cry out loud, lights go out, the silence stays. I can't find my way through the maze. Every promise, every dream faded faster than it seemed. I used to wake with hope in my chest, believing love would do the rest. Now I sit with empty hands and watch life slip like grains of sand. I thought tomorrow might be kind, but hope has left me far behind. My heart forgot how to hope, it learned the weight of waiting, the cracks of trust, the silent road that keeps me hesitating. I reach for something I can't hold, because my heart forgot how to hope. I see the world in muted tones, echoes of love that aren't my own. I ache for what I can't retrieve, but I'm learning how to grieve. If hope returns, I'll know, but for now I sit alone. My heart forgot how to hope, but I still feel, I still see. Even in the darkness, there's a piece of me. I stood in the place you left behind, tracing memories in my mind. Every step you never took, every word I never spoke. I hoped you'd turn and see me there, but hope was gone, stripped bare. The space between us grew, even though I stayed true. I waited for a sign, a trace of the love I thought I'd embrace. I waited where you ended, in the echoes of your goodbye. I waited for your footsteps that never came close by. I stayed past the silence and watched our story bend. I waited where you ended. I learned to live with empty space, but I can't erase your face. Some love ends without a fight, leaving me in the night. gave you all I had inside. No shields, no walls, nothing to hide. Every fear I carried close, I offered freely, I suppose. I thought love meant taking the risk, even when the fall felt brisk. You held me tender, then let go, and left me with what I didn't know. I thought vulnerability would make you stay, would make you see. Every promise became a test. I gave my all, I gave my best, but love shouldn't feel this wrong. It shouldn't leave me wanting more. I'll still love, but I've learned to guard the parts that burn. I loved you without safety, but now I know how to survive. Love can hurt, but I will rise with my heart intact. This time I loved you without safety, and I paid the price you couldn't see. I walked on fragile ground alone, believing right with mine. I loved you without safety. I felt the ache inside my chest, a quiet storm I couldn't rest. Every crack and every scar taught me who we really are. I learned to bleed without a scream, to carry sorrow like a dream. I softened pain instead of fight, found beauty even in the night. I don't let anger rule my hands, I let the heartbreak understand. I learned to hurt gently, world still tries to push me hard, but I've learned to guard my heart, not by shutting out the sun, but by holding gently what's begun. Every tear, every quiet sigh is proof that I survive. Continue moving on. I held love with both hands, afraid it would slip away. Every fear, every chance I gave you anyway. I bend myself into your world, learn your highs and lows. I tried to be everything, but you never chose. I thought love meant holding tight, but I lost myself in the fight. I held love with both hands while you let it go. I stood still, you moved on like you always knew. I gave more than I had till I had nothing left. I held love with both hands and lost myself. Now my fingers still shake when I think